Okay.
Okay. Harry Potter. We got Hermione, Harry, Ron, and their pets all go into Hogwarts, and they're like, hey, Dumbledore, we'll be your free slaves, no problem. So Dumbledore's like, yes, sweet. It's like, never mind. So anywho, so they get going, and they make friends with Hagrid, who's this big, oafy kind of guy, and they make enemies with Draco Malfoy and Professor Snape and the janitor with the cat, and I don't know, who else? Those people. Anywho, so in the first one, this one guy that has a stutter, he Professor Owl or something like that, he actually has this big ruby looking stone that contains Voldemort, and Voldemort's living on the back of his head. So he's like on The Nightmare Before Christmas, the guy that like switches heads, and Voldemort's on the back. And Harry Potter defeats this like major game show looking maze kind of thing, and he doesn't kill Voldemort but actually releases him. So good job, Harry. Second movie, they all go back to school, and there's a big snake that lives, they have a sewage problem, and so back in whenever, they put a snake down there to try and help release the clogs and stuff, because it will eat the stuff that was like clogging the drains. Well, it got too big because the stuff was all magical and it made it really big, and he started eating people. Well, then Voldemort, in his immense ability, kind of took over Ginny, who's Ron's sister, and used her, and he let the snake eat more people, well actually just kind of like Medusa them, and well, Harry and Ron and Hermione didn't like this, so they went down, they killed the snake, and they tried to kill Voldemort, but they ended up just making him more powerful, so good job, guys. Oh, you're so pretty. And,
Thank you.
Did you eat the rest of your dinner, mister? So I wasted all that. Put the yogurt in the fridge. So anywho, so they defeat the snake and Voldemort gets more powerful. Year 3, they come back. I really don't remember year 3. I feel like there was like Dementors, and his uncle is a werewolf and has rabies and turns into a dog, and Harry's family hates him as it is, and oh, that's right, the other guy's a werewolf. Umbridge isn't until the 4th one. Let's just skip to the 4th one. I know that one better. So something happens in the 3rd one. Well, the 4th one happens, and there's like this big old tournament at Hogwarts. And so all these people from all around the magical world come. There's like Russia and France and Germany and China or something. And the people from China play like 7 instruments, and that's their magical power. And so they get going, and Voldemort comes back to life, but this time he's got like a full body, because kind of like on the Mummy, he would just like suck the bodies dry from all the other people when he would abracadabra them. And so then he comes back and he kills poor Cedric, who's actually the guy from Twilight. Weird. And so that's exactly what happens. After he dies, the vampire comes and bites him, and he turns into a vampire. Solve that mystery. So then anywho, they don't defeat him. 5th movie, Harry has major anger issues, and it's really cold because there's Dementors everywhere, so everybody wears sweaters, and it's really dark and rainy all the time. And they don't defeat him again. And then the 6th year happens, and there's a bunch of like sparkly looking globes everywhere, and his uncle dies, and Dumbledore dies, and basically everybody dies. And then the 7th movie happens. In part 1, there's a lot of fighting and more people die, and there's werewolves and vampires and centaurs and Professor Umbridge, but she's already dead. She was ugly. And then in the second part of the 7th movie, Voldemort's got like his whole thing, and Draco Malfoy, surprise, surprise, is actually on his team, but Harry takes pity and doesn't kill him, and so then Draco's mother doesn't reveal that Harry's not dead when Voldemort tries to kill him, and so then Harry lives and he comes back to life, kind of like a Jesus thing, and he gets all his buddies together, more people die, but they end up defeating Voldemort. And then 30 years later, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, who look nothing like they're older, send their kids off to Hogwarts, and Harry's kid is, the only concern he has is whether he gets into Slytherin or not, and his dad's like, oh, it really doesn't matter. And that's it! The end.